Out here, the wild feels closer. Grand County is where your next adventure begins. A place to breathe deep, roam free, and reconnect with something bigger. Every turn leads to a new story waiting to be told. Grand County, Colorado, the source of your wild.
I think that's my biggest goal right now, at least, is to try to be more present and take everything in when we're getting to experience it. With the songs, I hope they're inspirational. I hope they're positive. I hope they help people get through, tough times. And I hope that we can manage to find a way to be very present in the middle of all that, because it's really hard to be present when you're caught up in all of it,
Take me home to the mountain, the land my mother used to see. But beware the mouth of the dragon, in his lungs the coal he keeps. In his lungs the coal he keeps. Red Rocks, how we doing, baby? Make some noise for my boys up here on stage with me. We are Shane Smith and the Saints from Austin, Texas.
So I started playing music in high school. I grew up listening to all kinds of different stuff, but my dad was listening to oldies from the Righteous Brothers, Temptations, Four Tops. My mother was listening to gospel music. My brothers listened to alt rock and punk rock, and my cousin got me into more of the singer-songwriter music, and that's what made me want to get into music more than anything, is just the songwriting side of it and the storytelling side of it. Adeline, I had originally written as the bare bones, the blueprint of that, as a singer-songwriter, easy listening, almost like an Eagles type of vibe on an acoustic guitar and vocal, right? My wife and I have done a lot of work together, and she and I, again, kind of had reworked that, and she had just come to the table with I think you should turn this into just an absolute indie rock banger, and just nix the entire singer-songwriter vibe of it. And in the recording of it, you listen to it and it sounds like it's gonna be like a singer-songwriter song, and then all of a sudden it just crashes in after the first chorus. And anyways, yeah, but it was meant to be more of just like a harmony-focused, easy-listening song, and then it ended up being one of the most powerful, like high-energy tracks on the record.
We just put out a new record. We're gonna play some new ones for you. It's a full moon, it's shining like the truth, and I'm gonna see it through somehow. It don't feel right. I was born with good intentions. I'm begging for your wisdom right now. Sing it if you know it. And I should have been fine by now, but I'm facing what we had. 'Cause in the night I can't deny the love from you I'm missing hurts me bad. I should have let you hold me back. You're all song with an angel's intuition, and I know you're on a mission down here. Yeah, because I see you. I got used to on the highway, just a full 1,000 miles from your tears. I'm fearing that I should have been fine by now, but I'm facing what we had. 'Cause in the night I can't deny the love from you I'm missing hurts me bad. Should've let you hold me back. Should've let you hold me back. Let you hold me back. Thank you so much.
Book of Joe is kind of crazy. My wife's grandfather was named Joe, and it's about him. And he and his family, his mother and father were Czechoslovakian and German immigrants, and they grew up really, really poor on like a sharecropping type of situation out in the country in East Texas. And it was during the Depression. He was like about 11 years old, and he would tell me all these stories about the way they would live and the way they would survive and grow up, and it was just really crazy. But he was telling me there were drifters during the Great Depression that would just wander up and down the roads and like look for, honestly, like goats to steal, chickens to steal, go live in the woods for a little while, live off of something they could get their hands on, and then kind of move on somewhere else. One night, I guess, someone was out in their barn trying to steal their chickens, and their dad like tried to sneak up on them and set his rifle down and was like trying to crawl through a barbed wire fence, and the gun backfired and shot him and killed him. And he ended up having to raise all of his brothers and sisters. He dropped out of school. He was 11 years old. His mother didn't speak English, and he managed to like bring that whole operation to be profitable as an 11-year-old. But that song is singing about him and, can you remember, brother, the good old days in a cotton haze? I can still see mother crying over daddy's grave. And it's just like painting that picture of his whole upbringing. And he and his brother would, to make extra money, he played guitar, his brother Ed could play the fiddle. And the second verse is like a tribute kind of to that. And they would play for these traditional German dances out in the country, all these, poor farmers. It's a powerful song to me, but I think most people obviously don't know that backstory, so they don't understand it.
There's another brand new one for you. This is called Book of Joe. We're gonna play. Remember, brother, the good old days in a cotton haze. I can still see mother just crying over daddy's grave. She said, oh, and I could hear the old man say, pick up the socket on the right away. You were in this life, it's a rich man's hole, it's a poor man's play. On the side, 'cause I could pick a guitar enough to get by, and Ed could saw the fiddle, make the people dance like, oh, remember, brother, the good old days, the good old days, when I could hear the old man say, pick up the socket. Remember, brother, the good old days, the good old days. All right, Red Rocks. Now keep a beat. Let's go. Get your hands together. Go, go, go.
started in Austin, Texas, and there's a big fan base there that's kind of like a genre, like a sub-genre, like red dirt, Texas country type of music. And it's really amazing, like an amazing infrastructure of support, really, for independent bands. You know, we built ourselves up to about 200 people in any market, like whether it was in Lower Manhattan or it was Seattle or it was, you know, wherever. And that was just independently, without any kind of help from you know, any Spotify playlists or anything like that. We had gotten ourselves up to around 250,000 monthly listeners on our own. We kind of got to around that point, and then things started really kind of going downhill for us for a period of time. We had an employee that was caught like stealing like $30,000 from the business. We had the IRS audited us. We had a bus fire, lost everything in a bus fire, lost all of our equipment, all of our instruments. The business like was essentially broke. Like it was just like, I remember at one point when we were recording the Geronimo album, even before that, and I remember writing a check that bounced at the studio, and it was with someone that I really look up to that works at that studio, that was a part of a band that I really looked up to. And I didn't realize that I was overdrafting on my account, and that was, I think, the lowest moment I ever felt, because we were just trying to get this record done. And I remember writing a check, and they like started blowing me up, like the check bounced, and he was all mad at me, and I was just like, oh my God, what am I doing? Like, we should just, you know, like, what are we doing here? And I think that was one of the most like pit of my stomach moments, you know. It's Been a While was kind of back to the dog days. You know, I'd started writing that years and years and years ago, probably like 2015, I bet. And, you know, there was such a long period of time where there's like that longing to want to be home and to see your loved ones, and you just don't have the means or the money or the ability to get back. And it was kind of written out of that desperation and that you know, mindset. And then it just kind of sat in the background for years, and I never really finished it. And then I was driving to a ranch in West Texas just by myself. I wasn't listening to anything, and all of a sudden I just like started kind of thinking through this like melody for that chorus, and that's when the chorus like shifted into, you know, it's like it has this like repetitious like thing to it, and then I was like, yeah, that's perfect for that song. And it kind of like rose from the dead, and demoed it, reworked it, and then we recorded it. And our producer, Bo Bedford, actually changed up a lot with it and helped kind of give it even more new life than it had going into it.
Y'all help us on the choruses. You broke down, I knew that day that you were on the way out. You were the one that I needed to find, and I patched that levee, babe, change your mind. I'm gonna take a train back to Texas. A free liner, won't you call my name? 'Cause it's been a face took a fall, and it's like I'm a stranger. You're still the best thing that I've ever found. Turn the wheels at the quickest of time, put the wind in my back, send me right down the line. For she is gone, it won't be long. I'm gonna take a train back to Texas. Freightliner, won't you call my name? 'Cause it's been a while. Oh, it's been a while. Oh, since I've seen your face. It's been a while. Oh, it's been a while. Oh, it's been a while. It's been a while since I've seen your since I've seen your
Our band, you know, we've never signed with a label. We've just been independent since day one, and it's been a very difficult path because of that, but it's made for a really kind of cult audience and like a family more than a fan base. And we're really proud of that. We managed to start building ourselves up. We got with the management team in Denver, 7S Management, and Brian Schwartz, and managed to rebuild a team. And from that time on, in early 2020, it just started to grow. And here we are, headlining my favorite venue in the world for the second time. That's always been the goal, is to play Red Rocks, just like, you know, and maybe even to go there, you know, and see it, you know. I'm from Texas. This isn't in our backyard exactly.
All right, what's up, everybody? How we doing? Y'all care if we play something up here real quick? All right, cool. Hey, y'all having a good time so far tonight? Awesome. A little winded, not gonna lie. A little winded. Tried to be sneaky, kind of sneaky, but we're kind of winded. All right, this is one that was one of the first songs I had ever written after moving to Austin, Texas, and actually meeting this guy. This would have been probably sometime around 2009, something like that. And I hope that we end up re-recording this song because it's one of my favorite ones. I wanted to do it for you tonight. It is called Quite Like You. still get chills when I see your face. And daydreams out on the interstate. It wakes my mind and the colors fade. But I still get chills when I see your face. Oh. And every night I pray for you. I pray every wish you have comes true. And you dance with the stars till the morning dew. Every night I pray for you. 'Cause I have seen a distant train. She runs from the deserts to the northern plains. In every town I've been through, never come across nothing quite like you. Never come across nothing quite like you. The boys are back like you. And I hope you don't ever see no blues. Let them pull your tears, take your youth. And your heart stands strong while the storm comes through. I hope you don't ever see no blues. 'Cause I have seen a distant train. And she runs from the deserts to the northern plains. In every town we've stopped through, I've never come across nothing quite like you. Never come across nothing quite like you. Like you. Cause I still get chills when I see your face. And daydreams out on the interstate. Wakes my mind and the colors fade. But I still get chills when I see your face. was covered in tears of mothers and sweat to ashes and fire in the sky. Father told me no matter what you do, get home, don't you make your mama cry. I've been home, never seen so much in a single night. Hellfire turned to night today, never felt so dark, so hard. Mama told me to watch brother and give him hell and fire in the sky. Mother told me no matter what you do, get home, don't you make your mama cry. I swear I did all I could do. He's home, but I made her mother cry. That I've never felt so to watch brother and give him hell and fire in the sky. Mother told me no matter what you do, get home, don't you make your mama cry. Don't make your mama cry. Please, mother, don't you cry. Let's do a new one. If I said in my mind, I've seen a doorway and beyond the sky, and it showed me love and reasons to never give up, all in a moment and frozen in time. And in my mind I ponder it. In my dreams I'm lost in it. Sing it if you know it. I saw lightning turn to flame in colors I can't explain. I saw 1,000 wild horses in the sky. You're somewhere within your eyes, somewhere within your eyes. And gone are the clouds, the evidence without a sound. I can't imagine a world where we are nothing more than chaos. chaos, and in my mind I ponder it. In my dreams I'm lost in it. I saw lightning turn to flame and colors I can't explain. I saw 1,000 wild horses in the sky. I found purpose within this life, an emotion I can't deny. 1,000 wild horses in the sky. Somewhere within your heart, we felt 1,000 miles away from here. But I still remember. And how can't you feel the clouds give away up there? 1,000 horses in the sky, somewhere within your eyes. Somewhere within your eyes. Somewhere within your eyes. Somewhere within your eyes. Thank you. I couldn't hold you, but I dream that way sometimes. In the old days we raised. But have you ever in your mind dreamed as far as a fire in the ocean or a highway to the stars? I could dream my way back to your arms. Hold my breath till I suffocate. Anytime it plays in my mind, will I ever see your face? Will I ever hold you again in this life? Have you ever in your mind dreamed as far as a fire in the ocean or a highway to the stars? I could dream, babe, I could dream. Sing it with me. Have you ever in your mind dreamed as far as a fire in the ocean or a highway to the stars? I can dream my way back to your arms. Y'all know the drill. Get the lights out on your phones. Let's go. Back to your arms. Everybody, let's go.
So my wife and I write together fairly often, and she and I had both been on separate business trips and had come in on like a Sunday, I think it was. And we just needed to go just get some quick dinner, reacclimate. You know, we hadn't seen each other in a while. And we had no intention of writing anything, but like for some reason we had like one, like, you know, each of us had ordered like a bourbon or something, and just like to just kind of cut loose. And like within like 15 minutes, all of a sudden we were working on songs together, and we ended up writing like what ended up being Fire in the Sky, what ended up being All the Way. And All the Way, she had told me she had been listening to a lot of Johnny Cash on his last record before he had passed away. And, you know, where he did the cover of Hurt that became really famous. And there's just such a that raw baritone, just like vulnerable, just vibe to that whole record. And she was talking about like trying to write like a lullaby love song type of thing, but with that same vibe, because I have a similar kind of range of vocal as him. And it became just a really powerful, I think it's like, out of all the stuff we've ever put out, I think that one for some reason is gonna have the biggest effect on people emotionally, like for the long term. Like it's just a really deep song, and it's about a level of commitment that it's hard to find in a lot of you know, relationships nowadays, you know. And like, and she and I have been together since we were 15, you know. It's like we've had every excuse in the world. You know, when you're with a musician in your 20s and everything's terrible and you're about to be evicted or whatever, you know, it's like we've had every reason in the world to give up, but we didn't. And I think that that's where a lot of that stuff comes from.
I gotta say really, really fast, man, I know a lot of y'all have been around supporting us for a very long time, and I know a lot of y'all are here kind of new in the last couple of years. I just want to say thank y'all so much, seriously, from the bottom of our hearts. This is just the coolest thing ever, getting to do this right here. I know this is a Tuesday, I know it's not easy, and y'all made this happen, and it means the absolute world to us. I can't even tell you. So thank you so much, seriously. We couldn't do this if it wasn't for every single one of y'all that are here right now. So thank y'all. We're gonna play a little down low song on piano that I wrote with my wife, and I wanted to give a little backstory. We reached out to our fans on this. I think it hit home for a lot of people when they first heard it, and a lot of people submitted a ton of their home videos and home photos to be played while we sing this tonight up on the screen. So everybody that you see on these screens are real people with real stories, and they're our fans, and we love them to death. So shout out to everybody that submitted. Make some noise if you submitted some stuff here. All right, let's play it. The first morning we locked eyes, I made a vow that you'd be mine. With every season we may sway, we're together all the way, Lord, all the way. I'll be with you all the way. And when I crossed that Mississippi line, you couldn't help but cross my mind. With every passing sight or stone, there your memory danced alone. 'Cause I'm still yours and you're still mine, through the fading ends of time. Despite burdens deep below, I'll be with you as you go, all the way, Lord, all the way. I'll be with you all the way, and where you lay is where I'll lay. When age like poison stills your prime, I'll be there to hold the line. With every wrinkle, shade of gray, I'll be with you all the way. 'Cause I'm still yours and you're still mine. And through the fading ends of time, despite burdens deep below, I'll be with you as you go. All the way, Lord, all the way. I'll be with you all the way.
Thank you so much. Thank y'all for submitting on that. Give it up for Chase, everybody on the piano over here.
I think if I could give any advice to anybody starting out in this industry, or let's say even as a songwriter, I would say don't ever put something out without critiquing it and putting yourself in your 70-year-old version's shoes, critiquing it. Because one day you just might have to sing that song every night as a 70-year-old. And that was told to me from Ray Wylie Hubbard. And Ray Wylie Hubbard, I think somebody that was more successful told that to Ray when he was younger. And I just think that it's a bit of wisdom that is just like a repeating ripple, of generation after generation, that I think it's very important to kind of see it through that lens before you ever put something out to the world. Be willing to trust the right team members, like be willing to build a really great team around you rather than just putting it all on your own shoulders. For years and years, I was just trying to handle all of it, and I think that we maybe would have, picked up a little more momentum quicker had we had a really great, powerful team around us. But I think I just had a hard time trusting people, for the longest time. And in a way, I'm almost proud that it happened the way it did for us, even though it was much more difficult, because had those opportunities come earlier, I don't know that we would have been ready for them. I think our opportunities came when they needed to come, even though it took a decade and a half or something, or a decade longer than a lot of other bands. To me, they came at the right time because we were ready for them to come, and we were ready to show up for it. And so, in a weird way, I don't have any regrets when I see it through that angle, All CZ was, I was too broke to buy a Valentine's Day gift, and so Bennett and myself, Bennett came up with the idea. He had a girlfriend at the time, our fiddle player Bennett, had an idea that he wanted to record a song that he had written for his girlfriend, and I had some software on my laptop, and so I tried to record it for him. And I was like, man, I should probably do something like that for Lauren. Anyways, I just started, I just ended up writing that song and recorded it also as like a gift or whatever, like a Valentine's Day gift. And then the irony of the whole thing though is we kind of had an agreement, okay, well, this will be our song. We won't put it on the record or whatever. And I was like, okay, all right, cool. Yeah, let's do that. And then we get in that. We're to recording the Geronimo record, and the producer's like, man, we could really use another song, a more powerful, upbeat song. And I played them that demo of it, and they were like, yes, we need to record that. And anyways, and she ended up just coming around to it and being cool with it. And if she hadn't, I don't know that we would have a career, because it ended up being it just went gold yesterday, I found out. And so, anyways, it ended up getting featured on the show Yellowstone and all kinds of placements from that. And it's our biggest song by far.
I want to close this out the right way or what? Help me sing it.
Storms running through the Midwest, like a bandit out on the loose. All the clouds, they're black as nightfall, but all I see is you. Rain's pouring through the window panes and the cracks of this room. Tea's boiling from the spout of the pot, but all I see is you. It's like the nights in Salt Lake City where the snow fell down too soon. People laughed and howled from their beers, but all I could see was you. And I remember our first night abroad, the sun trading ships with our moon. There was a lot to take in for some eyes from East Texas, but all I could see was you. Was all I ever see is you. I'll make my way to the doctor one day, but my eyes don't work like they should. Just read the ladders from large down to small, but all I see is you. And when I'm old and weathered from the winds of life that consume, pray to God the day I find my deathbed, all I see is hell. And all I want to see is hell. Every day, singing as loud as you can, go. And I will wait a few more nights until that time. All I see is hell. Storms running through the Midwest, like a bandit out on the loose. Get your hands together. All the clouds, they're black as nightfall. All I see is you. Yeah. Rain's pouring through the window panes and the cracks of this room. Tea's boiling from the spout of the pot, but all I see is you. That's all. Red Rocks, we love you to death, baby. Thank you so much.
Out here, the wild feels closer. Grand County is where your next adventure begins. A place to breathe deep, roam free, and reconnect with something bigger. Every turn leads to a new story waiting to be told. Grand County, Colorado, the source of your wild.